We don't want you to think this trip was all work and no play. We did manage to get out on a deep-sea fishing trip. This is Tom Koch's team here on this boat, and I got to tell you, these guys know how to race off-road trucks, and they apparently aren't spending all of their time pre-running in Baja or tinkering with the trucks in the garage because they also know how to fish, landing more than a few big ones along the way.
Right. Yeah.
Changing tires and dumping fuel, well, that's just good upper body training for fishing.
Tuna.
You catch them, you kiss them, although that one looks a little scary. And of course, we are talking about racers here, so they had to turn the trip into a competition. 3 boats looking for the biggest prize. Ryan Herzog's team there waiting to see what everyone else pulled out of the cooler. Ivan, your boat did very well, but only good enough for second place. Herzog Racing walked away with the big fish, so to speak.
Well, I tell you, Steve, it's racing off-road or it was catching fish. I don't like losing, but I tell you, we lost to the Herzog team. They did a fantastic job on this one.
Very, very big fish and a very fun afternoon. Guam's strategic location at the southern tip of the Mariana Islands has always made it a coveted as well as beautiful island paradise. Magellan negotiated its tricky coral reef and landed here in 1521, and the Spanish heavily influenced Guam's population during 300 years of possession. The proud Chamorro natives and their flying canoes struggled against Spanish rule. One legend tells of a Chamorro princess who refused to marry a Spanish officer and instead tied her hair together with her native boyfriend, and they jumped to their deaths off the cliff at Lover's Leap. Today, Lover's Leap is a popular tourist attraction with beautiful vistas of Tumon Bay and a bell commemorating the young natives and their love. Tourism, in fact, has a huge impact on Guam, with more than 1 million visitors coming to the island each year. 80% of these tourists are from Japan. Japanese forces held Guam captive for 3 years during World War II. The most famous of those, a soldier named Yokoi, who, when American forces retook the island in 1944, hid in the jungle for 28 years, not knowing the war was over. When Yokoi and the cave he lived in were discovered, he was sent back to Japan, where he was received as a hero. About the time Yokoi was leaving, the island was booming as major hotels arrived on the scene to help develop the beautiful beaches and coastline. Major chains like the Marriott have developed lush tropical settings to attract visitors from around the world. U.S. military forces and their families account for some of their visitors, but Asia remains the dominant pipeline for visitors to Guam. They come to get married, they come for the exciting nightlife, or the chance to visit a shopping mecca. Many come simply to relax in paradise.
I think the biggest thing that we have here is our natural beauty. We've got great beaches. The weather is beautiful, as you can see by today. And I think that the friendly people, most of the people that you run into on Guam are all smiles and are just glad to see you.
Ivan, we had a chance to spend some time sightseeing in Guam. With its beautiful waterfalls and colorful tropical plants, it really is a unique area. There also is a fascinating history and culture as well.
You know, this is our 3rd year we've come to the island, Steve, and the people are so friendly, and they just love to have a party. They love to have a barbecue. Come on over to the house. We'll have a barbecue at any time. We look forward to going back there for many, many years.
And when you get over there, take some time to drive around the island. It only takes about a day, but there is plenty to see, as well as some beautiful, beautiful sunsets.